What's going on, guys? You are watching House of Legend, where we review colognes, men's fashion, and all things alpha. Today we have a special request from our subscriber Justin Height. Justin writes, can you please do a review on Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy La Parfum? Great channel, by the way. Well, thank you, Justin. We really appreciate the support. And great choice, by the way. This one was interesting. So without further ado, let's get into the review of Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy La Parfum. Bad Boy La Parfum is the new offering by Carolina Herrera, and it was launched this year in 2021. Now, this shouldn't be confused with Bad Boy by Carolina Herrera, which is a different fragrance altogether, which was launched back in 2019. Bad Boy La Parfum is a leather-based scent, and it's a little bit of a wild card. Let's take a butcher's. That's interesting. There's something about this fragrance that smells good and bad at the same time. It has a familiarity that is easily recognizable, yet there's a fragrance ingredient in there that just does not smell good to me. Top notes are cannabis and grapefruit, middle notes consist of black pepper and geranium, and the base notes finish this off with leather and vetiver. So I think it's the smell of cannabis that doesn't agree with me, but it's only prevalent within the first couple of minutes. After that, the fragrance settles down into a pleasant citrus and woody aroma. This is where the sweet spot is. The balance of sweetness and spiciness is perfect. There is a note that remains in the background throughout, which is reminiscent of Hindu Kush. It's not strong, but it's definitely there. The faint smell of cannabis is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. One thing's for sure, all the notes in this fragrance comes together extremely well. The bottle design on this one is extremely unique and is shaped like a large black lightning bolt. A tiny Carolina Herrera logo is emblazoned on the front in gold, a subtle yet unmistakable feature. Now, one of the issues that I had with this bottle is the quality of the finish. There are parts of the bottle that look like a bad paint job, almost like the person who was coloring it was baked out of his mind. At first I thought it was just my bottle, so I checked out 4 other bottles of the same fragrance. Well, each bottle had similar imperfections. It's kind of a shame because it lets down an otherwise unique design. So my personal impressions of Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy La Parfum is surprisingly conflicted. My initial reaction is that I did not like it, especially in the opening notes where you get that kind of whiff of cannabis. But that quickly dies down into a more pleasant and palatable fragrance. It's kind of like the high school pothead skipped class, went home, smoked some weed, and then put on some of dad's expensive smelling cologne. I guess that's where the bad boy part comes in. It smells good, but there's just something about it that smells just so bad. It's the kind of attraction Brenda saw in Dylan in the original Beverly Hills 90210. This actually gives stoners the perfect excuse, like no more hiding the smell. Stoners will be like, no mom, I haven't been smoking weed, it's just my new cologne. The performance on this one is not that good. I got about 2 hours on the skin and about 4 hours on my clothes. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing because you don't want the smell of cannabis lingering on your clothes or your skin for more than 2 hours at a time, especially if you're going to be wearing this at work. You can pick up a 1.7 ounce for $83, a 3.4 ounce for $108, or this 5.1 ounce bad boy for $136. Not too bad, all things considered. Okay, let me be blunt. Weed's not really my thing. I think this is going to be geared more towards the younger crowd. High schoolers and 20-somethings that don't follow the norm and aren't afraid to embrace the stoner movement. It's actually quite clever because the smell of cannabis is ever so subtle but ever so present. Kind of like your mom smelling a hint of weed on you but she just can't prove it. It's masked so well that if you didn't actually know the ingredients in the fragrance, you just wouldn't know that it was there. I think this one can be worn year-round. It's suitable for spring and summer evenings, but in a casual setting. I wouldn't actually recommend wearing this at work or on more formal occasions. Definitely don't wear this if you're meeting your new father-in-law or mother-in-law for the first time. Not sure that this one will give off the right impression, unless of course your in-laws are 420 friendly. As always, a little goes a long way. So remember, you wear the cologne. Don't let the cologne wear you. If there's something you'd like us to review, please leave a comment down below. We are a new channel, so don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go wash the doobie off. And if you ever get pulled over wearing this cologne and the police officer asks you, "How high are you?" say, "No, officer, it's high. How are you?" And remember, alcohol kills, but weed chills.